minutes past 8 now. Britain's green and pleasant land isn't looking so lush at the moment after the driest winter, as Carol's been telling us most of the morning, in 20 years.
Yep, during April, some parts of the UK have had the lowest rainfall on record. If it continues, it could become a real cause for concern. Breakfast John Maguire is at Buell Reservoir in Kent for us this morning. And it looks like a beautiful day there. John, what's going on?
Yeah, morning, Louise. It is, in fact, a beautiful day, as you say. A little bit chilly earlier on, as Carol's been telling us throughout the morning. This is Buell Water in Kent. Absolutely huge. It has the potential to provide drinking water for 200 million people. So it's absolutely huge, isn't it? Of course, it doesn't serve that many. But the level of it at the moment is around 71%. So Southern Water, which runs the reservoir here, has other reservoirs around. Some of those are at a much higher level, some in the mid-90%, some around 85%. So there's not a great deal of concern at the moment. What there is concern about is that if there's a dry summer and it's dry into next winter, what's going to happen then?
At long last, it's raining in Suffolk, but it's not what you think. Keeping these fields irrigated is complex and expensive at the best of times, but with such little rain recently, it's really tough.
These have been in since the middle of January, so they're only a couple of 3 months old. And what we're looking for is obviously a nice long carrot.
But it needs water.
It needs water, and as you can see, this soil's had already 2 inches of water applied to it.
They've built 2 large reservoirs, but each takes several years to gain planning approval. They argue here that our water infrastructure for farms and homes isn't fit for purpose.
Obviously, we don't know we're going to get a dry summer. If we do, and then we move into a second really dry winter, then we have real concerns here at Euston, because we will have limited ability to fill our reservoirs through this next winter.
Now, Andrew will expect to harvest around 2,000 tonnes of carrots from this huge 100-acre field. He's watering it at the rate of around an inch a week at the moment, but still the soil is so dry. Just look at that as I rub it in my hands. The wind is blowing it away.
Recent years have seen the River Colne in Hertfordshire in flood. The impressive 18th century bridge, testament to what should lay below, but instead it's arid. No one here remembers anything quite like it. We've just had the driest winter in the UK for 20 years. How will we cope in the years ahead? Welcome to what will be called Eddington, a new village being built by the University of Cambridge in response to the city's housing shortage and the UK's largest water recycling project.
All of the buildings have actually 2 water systems on the side. They have one that is a traditional water system for bathing and cleaning your teeth and cooking, and another system that uses recycled water from the site for irrigating landscapes and watering lawns, flushing toilets, and supporting washing machines.
So, a man-made solution to what may well be a man-made problem, and it's expected to remain dry in the coming weeks. In Suffolk, the farmers talk of a 5-year cycle. So consider this. 2012 saw hosepipe bans in this part of the world, followed by record levels of rain. It was known as the wettest drought in history.
Well, it may not be good weather for ducks, but these two seem pretty happy, don't they? We've got a boat out on the water as well, just tootling past us this morning. I want to talk to Nikki Russell. Good morning, Nikki, from Waterwise, a campaign group encouraging us to make better use of our water, I suppose, use it more efficiently. You turn your taps on. Where does the water come from?
Morning, John. So we get our water from beautiful reservoirs like this, from rivers and from underground aquifers. And actually, the further south you come in the United Kingdom, the more the water companies rely on the aquifers. And a drought from those aquifers takes longer to happen, but it also takes longer to fix for the water to seep underground. So that's where our water comes from. And the water that we have has been around since the beginning of human life, but there are more of us now. So it's really important that we waste less water all the time, not just during drought.
And how do we do that? Is it just sort of making small changes to your daily routine to try and save water? Because if you're on a meter, then obviously you save money too.
Absolutely. So there are simple things like, don't worry if your grass goes brown, it will soon come to life again when it rains. If you must use a sprinkler, remember that it uses about 1,000 litres an hour, which is the same as a family of 4 use in a day. So try a drip irrigation system. Maybe use it only in the morning and the evening, not all day. Don't use your toilet as a rubbish bin. So your 30% of our water use comes from toilets, and you're flushing about 5 to 10 litres every time. So don't just chuck a single tissue down it and flush it. Easy things to do.
Yeah, good stuff. Nikki, thank you very much indeed. We're going to be keeping an eye on this situation for you. Obviously, as I say, the water companies are saying to us, look, not an issue at the moment, but I think everybody, certainly in this industry, farmers, as we've been seeing this morning, will be fingers crossed for a bit of rain. The ducks have gone, but I'm sure they want a bit of rain too.